Hello, beautiful. Welcome to the Prosperous Womb and 3 ways to prepare for your next high-ticket sales conversation or sales call with high-end coaching clients. And this assumes that you've done proper disqualification and you have a proper high-ticket sales application on your website or wherever your clients get to gateway their way to you. Here's the thing. Before a high-ticket sales call or natural high-ticket sales conversation, one of the things I recommend for women coaches, especially transformational women coaches, is to really understand your financial statements. And I don't mean just your balance sheet or your cash flow, but your P&L statement, because you need to understand how your coaching business makes money, where your money is coming from, which offers, which packaging, how your positioning is supporting you to create profits and cash flow in your business. And this allows you to make better business decisions that don't involve just tactics. One of the things that I see with a lot of coaching business women, businesswomen who are coaches, is that lack of leadership around self-leading themselves to making better strategic decisions in their business that does not involve a high-ticket sales script or the next 10 ways to 100K months or how to make 7 figures in 70 minutes or whatever, or looking for another male guru coach to groom them into selling 10K offers. No, how do you make strategic decisions that allow you to actually attract your best fit, self-led, high-end coaching clients who move fast without excuses? What would that look like for your coaching business? The first step is proper disqualification. This has nothing to do with the sales conversation, but this is proper disqualification. It supports you to repel everyone who is not a best fit for your offer. So when you have your natural high-ticket sales conversations, your clients who are best fit are going to either raise their hands before the sales conversation or during the sales conversation to say, hey, how can I work with you? Are they going to ask for the sale? So proper disqualification happens mostly in the content you're putting out there, the value that you share in the world, the transformational insight you're creating that allows someone to say, oh my gosh, this has been so helpful. This is how people can listen to your podcast for 5 hours on their trip from DC to California, because what you're saying to them is transforming the way they see the problem, the desire, the issue. And they're thinking, wow, she's really supporting me right now. I wonder what it will be like to work with her. And someone else will listen to it and go, yeah, no, not for me. So create messaging that is so specific to the person that you want to work with that it allows that person to find you, and not just find you, to recognize you when they find you, to know that you're the obvious solution, choice, person, offer, package for them. The second thing is to have a proper high-ticket sales application form that disqualifies anyone who thinks, oh, this is way too much work. I have people email me sometimes and say, I wanted to work with you, but your sales application is way too much work. If you think that's too much work, you're not ready, because it's not my job to drag anyone to her greatness. It's not your job to open the car and pull your client out. Your client needs to be self-led. It's not your job to motivate and inspire anyone. If you have to motivate and inspire potential clients into the dream that God has put in their heart, in their life, their relationship, their business, or their career, they are not your client. Let someone else do that. Be here for the people who are ready to step up and lead themselves so that you can coach them. So those are the 2 things. Proper disqualification, sales application. And once you have that, how do you prepare for that high-ticket sales conversation? The first thing I always invite clients to do is to know the person coming on the call. Know the person coming on the call. Who are you going to be talking to? In your application form, you have collected information, data about your client. So you can search for them on good old Google. On LinkedIn, you can see what they're up to. Their questions on the application that support you to know your person, know who you're talking to before they get on the call. 6.5 years ago, when I started coaching, I had an application form, but I never really got to know who I was talking to before they came on the call. I was in my energy phase where I thought, I'm not going to check them out. I don't even want to see their picture. I just want them to get on the call with me. I'm going to feel their energy, and I'm going to know instinctively, intuitively, if this is going to go well, if it's a great fit. I would just know from the inside out. And here's the thing, that's great. But if you can look at a picture of them, it gives you some confidence in thinking, I'm not talking to a stranger, especially if they've spent the last 6 months or the last 60 days or the last 6 years following you on your social media or reading your emails, and now they feel like they know you, and this person gets on and you don't know them. It's like somebody running to a conference. You go to a conference, they run up to you and go, oh my gosh, I feel like I know you. I've read all your books, I've read all of this. And you're like, okay, and you're thinking, this is not creepy at all. So that's how it feels on a sales conversation. So get to know them, their picture, what they do, things about them, snippets about them, whether it's on social media or wherever, before they get on the call with you. It creates a sense of confident familiarity. Not the kind of familiarity that disrupts the sales, but confident familiarity. So that's the first one. The second one is to understand. Okay, this is really important. In the sales application, you ask questions that support you to know what is most important to your client, what matters to your client the most. And because you've been doing this for a while and you have messaging and email lists, maybe social media, you know what's important to your specific clients that are attracted to your offer. So ask questions that support you to know why what she wants matters to her, okay? So understand what she wants, why it's important for her to have it, what she believes her life is going to be like when she has it. This is not for the sales conversation. Coaches love to ask these questions on sales conversations. There's a follow-up in the sales conversation, but this is preliminary to them getting on the conversation with you. Understand what is important to them, why it's most important to them, why it matters to them, because this allows you to see which offer best supports her. But let's stick with number 2. Why it matters to them to have the thing, and how they think their life or their health or their parenting or their sex life or their relationship or their marriage or their business or their mindset is going to shift or change simply because they have this thing that you midwifed and created for them. So that's number 2. Number 3, you need to understand their desire, their challenge, their problem, their opportunity. Because when you get on that call, you need to have the conviction that your offer is going to support them. Okay? Your offer needs to be able to support them. And the questions that you're asking as you prepare for that sales call are tied to the thing that you do. So I don't care what matters to them when it comes to the election or what candidate they're voting for. That's not what I'm coaching on. I care what matters to them most about the thing that I do, or the thing that they believe I do with them. That's what I need to know about. I don't care about anything else. I just care about the thing that I do, that God has given me to do for you, and the thing, the desire or opportunity or challenge that God has put in your heart, and how these two are linked together. Understand that. And most importantly, after you understand this, have conviction in the results that you co-create in your business and the outcomes and results you co-create, whether you have testimonials or not, so that when they get on the call, you know what you know, they know what they think they know, and you can lead and guide that conversation to either make the offer or ask for the sale, or they ask for the sale, or you decide we're not a great fit because this offer is not exactly for you, but here's a referral for you, or here's an option to work with me that is not part of what you came here for. Okay? So let me know how this lands for you and how this will support you with your next high-ticket sales conversation. Again, start with your profit and loss statement so that you know where your money is coming from and make better business decisions.